Hey guys, it's Hot Car Track here. Thanks for watching and thanks for subbing. I really appreciate all the help and feedback that you're giving onto this channel. It means the world to me. I'm making this video in response to behind the scenes. Toon Tracks just commented how much he liked it, so I thought, you know what? Let me show you where I'm at with Mount Western Raceway. This is, as you know, a good 6 months and probably a good 3 to 4 months in building. 6 months in planning. And then I finally acted upon an idea I had. So this is a very large track. In meters, I think it's about 15 to 18 meters long. I should stand in there and you get an idea of how big it is, but it is quite a big track. So I don't know where to start. Tell you where I start. Let's just start from the start gate. So up here is where I have a GoPro that sits here. Sorry, this light is on and it's just killing everything. It's killing the phone. I have a GoPro here that gets that shot going back that way, and I'll just duck around the back and you can have a look. Sorry, there's stuff everywhere, but it is how it is. So that's looking back down, and that's where the GoPro sits just there. If I can do that. That's the start gate, and obviously there's Mount Western Raceway, which goes into turn 2, if I can do that, and then all the way down to the finish line. I mentioned before I have the 3D Botmaker start gate. This is a 3 gate, and had a lot of problems, not with the actual product, but actually how to release the gate so the cars can go, and it took me many tries, and eventually I came up with this solution. And if you're building a track, you're going to have the same issue. There's a bit of fishing line that goes way up in here and attaches to the little hook in there. And then what I've done, I bought some tubing, and I run this fishing line through the tubing, which comes all the way down here, under the track, right? It comes under there, and then this tubing comes under here, and as you can see, there's the fishing line, if you can see that. I've got that attached to a handle, if I can get it out, and what I do is I yank on the handle, plonk, and that sets the start gate off. So I go like this and it bounces back, and it's designed to do that so I don't trip over and break my neck. Plus I've got 2 little dogs that get tangled up in this when they're floating around the floor. So that's what I've come up with, and it works. It really works, and it's a cheap alternative to whatever else is out there. Lighting wise, I have 4 ceiling lights. If I can get them all in, I'll have to just go back a bit. I have 4 ceiling lights. These are 85 watts, and they're 125 watt fluorescent lights, and I've just put up some flags to try and bounce more light into there. It works, but I'm just waiting on a better solution, a lighter solution. I still need more lighting though. I'm still finding that it's dark in places. I've got a light here which is a LED light, and I've got severe issues with LED lighting, and that is because we're at 50 Hertz in Australia, and these are switching at 100 Hertz a second. Now I shoot in 100 frames a second, and what happens is when I shoot at 100 frames a second and slow it down to 25%, you start to see these waves of darkness come across the screen. I can see it, you probably can't, and it annoys the crap out of me. So that there's got to go. This here's got to go. That's throwing a bit of light down into there. Trust me, when the video is in Final Cut Pro X, it is pretty dark. And you know, I'm actually after a dark look, so, but I've got to get rid of these lights. I'm just waiting on some more of these ones to come through. What else can I tell you about it that I haven't already shown you? Yeah, that's where the cars line up. That's where we set them all up, in particular for this tournament, which is the summer tournament. I've just ran Heat 6, you'd be very surprised. And obviously there's turn turn 1. And there's a couple of tow trucks there waiting to pick up whoever stacks it. Over here's a little area that I'm going to develop into something. I don't know what yet. Got a whole stack of beautiful little cars here. God, I wish I could change the wheels out on these and race these down the track, but they're all rubber. And rubber does not race at all on Sizzler Fat Track. And of course, you've seen all this. This is the home straight. They come into here, and obviously, have a look at this block of wood. Look how hard they're hitting. They're really dinging this block of wood. I've got to come up with a solution there. These cars are original Fat Track Sizzler cars. Beautiful. And then, you know, just more sort of decorations around the track. I crudely made a building out of some boxes. You know, it's not great, but hey, it serves a purpose for now. I've got some JDMs here. I wish I could race these guys. But yet again, they have rubber wheels. Useless on Fat Track. I'm starting a collection of food trucks. I would like to do a food truck run. And what else we got? This is a Hot Wheels, I don't know, sort of gas service station thing that I ripped apart and sort of put there for a bit of colour. And look, there's a lot of dirt around at the moment because we've got a lot of wind and I've just raced, so a lot of dirt and stuff flies up. And there's some petrol tankers. What else can I show you? Oh yeah, so over here, this is where I keep score of who races. I can't show you too much there. You might work out who's won the last heat. And so here's a collection of cars that I'm getting ready to race down the track. Getting my collection of Porsches together. I just need a couple more. A couple of Camaros here. That's going to be exciting to do. And obviously there's Chevys and there's Volkswagens. And what are these guys? Yeah, Dodge Tournament. We'll have a look at that down the track. These are doubles that I've bought. I've got a stack of doubles. I don't know what to do with. I don't know. I can't race them because I've obviously got doubles and, you know, I've got the rubber wheels. You know, I source all my cars from everywhere, whether it's Facebook or Kmart or Target or Big W. They come out of packs. You know, sometimes I just might want, you know, what's this, a Lamborghini, is it? Yeah, sometimes I'm trying to source some Lamborghinis. I want to have a Lamborghini race. Do you know how hard they are to find? So yeah, that's kind of where the ideas come from for races. And in here is my Junkyard box. And I'm going to have a Junkyard race. Or Junkyard Wars. And I'm just going through at the moment, finding some cars that actually can actually race down the track. I bought these at a garage sale. I don't know, I think there's 200 cars and they're all over the place. All over the place. And I thought, you know what? Junkyard Wars. We'll have something good out of that. But a lot of them are just trash. You know, they've just been used and abused. And anyway, this is my latest acquisition. And I think we're going to race this next. I think we're going to race these guys next. Very excited. So, oh yeah, look, and there's all my Sizzler Fat Track. It's all my spare stuff. A lot of these straights are just absolutely knackered. I don't know, you can see how bent they are. I've tried everything to fix these. But sometimes I have to cut track to fit. And sometimes you can just take a portion of a track here and just cut it. I use the circular saw, it gives a really nice finish. So That's a behind the scenes of Mount Western Raceway. I'll see if I can get another shot over here. I've got some black material that goes all the way around, as you can see. And yeah, I mean, that's really about it. I haven't got the track tied down. I haven't got it screwed down or everything. It just sits. One of my previous builds, I actually did go through and screw everything down. But the problem I came up with was the humidity changes, in particular in this back room here. It was all buckling up, and oh man. So, you know, a day tying it all down, so I thought I'll take all the screws out and just let it sit. By the way, the great thing about this 3D Botmaker start gate is he has a screw in here, so you can actually attach this screw. It's ingenious, really. And so that's always locked in. That does not move, so that kind of keeps everything in this position here, because otherwise the cars would pelt on down and this corner would end up in the wall eventually, if you know what I mean. So anyway, thanks again for watching and subbing and commenting. I love the community. I think it's a wonderful sport. And if you are thinking about building a track like this, please just contact me. If you have any questions, just go for it. You know, I'm here now with it, having the ball with it, and let's get into Heat 6, put that up in line, and then we move into the semi-finals of the summer tournament. Thanks guys, catch you later. I'm Hot Car Track.